people that use fiat currency as a store of value. There's a name for them. We call them poor. That's something that Michael Saylor, Bitcoin Maxi, said live on television.
Well, because they want to sell it eventually, Michael. I mean, let's be honest. Most of the people who are, yes, sure, some people pass it on to their children, but like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit. So let
me say it a different way.
Okay.
People that use fiat currency as a store of value, there's a name for them. We call them poor. Okay.
Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Jutan Al-Ahmed, if you didn't know who I am. So what does it mean? Did you guys understand what Michael Saylor actually said? I just want to repeat what he said, just in case you didn't hear the words out of my mouth properly. So people that use fiat, so fiat, which is British pounds or dollars or whatever, yeah, fiat currency, hopefully you understand what fiat is, as a store of value. There's a name for them. We call them poor. So please obviously do note that this is not financial advice or anything, but let's get into what that actually means. Someone that holds a fiat in their bank account and that wants to save. If you actually watch the interview, the lady was saying the fact that obviously Bitcoin, you keep accumulating. You do want to sell it at the end of the day. People that purchase real estate, they want to sell it in one day or at one time. Well, the thing is, when you're accumulating assets rather than fiat and saving in a bank account, for example, this is where wealth actually accumulates. So why is this? Fiat in a bank account that you save, it actually devalues over time. I don't know if you're actually aware of this. Why is this? Because governments just print money. Let me give you a scenario, right? Just to help you understand. Say I saved up £10,000 in my bank account. That was time, right? Time to get that money and save up. A government can just print the money of 10,000. Now, the amount of time that you worked for, that money is devalued. Why? Because there's more money in the country now. So your money that you worked hard for is actually worth less. So for example, if I wanted to go buy some milk and bread, the price of that would increase. Now, this is obviously all correlated to inflation and stuff. But basically, this is just simple terms. But when the government prints money, they have the money, but your wealth has decreased. You have to pay more for stuff because there is more money in the world now and everything increases in price. This is a very basic summary, but this is basically what Michael Saylor is talking about here. Because billionaires, as he is, or people with wealth, even multimillionaires or whatever, they don't sell assets because this is something that very, very wealthy people do. They actually put their assets on collateral. For example, if I had £1 million worth of stocks or Bitcoin, let's say, for example, right? If I had £1 million worth of Bitcoin, I can potentially say to a bank or even another person that's very wealthy, I have £1 million worth of Bitcoin. Can you loan me £750,000 and I'll give you as collateral my £1 million worth of Bitcoin if I don't pay you £750,000 back within an X amount of time. So it'll be obviously a time period that we decide together. Now, obviously, I do not endorse anything regarding interest, which is riba. This is something which I don't endorse, or it's completely prohibited. I don't agree with interest and variable interest rates and stuff like this. But if it was, for example, of this scenario, this is what people do which are really wealthy. They would obviously go into interest and stuff like this and be like, oh, we're gonna give me 2% back if you haven't, or 3% over time, or blah, 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 blah. But that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about the fact that when you have assets, you can put that as collateral. You can say, can you give me this X amount for, and I have this. Therefore, you don't actually sell your asset. What does that mean? When you're not actually selling your asset, you're actually still retaining the wealth and you're getting cash flow now. This cash flow you can use to in Michael Saylor's strategy, the fact that he's taken over the Bitcoin standard. This is what he uses. He's basically a triple maxi. If you don't know what this stuff is, do watch my other videos. I talk a lot about crypto and stuff like this. But Michael Saylor owns MicroStrategy, and they've implemented the Bitcoin standard, which basically means that Michael Saylor, he just tries to convert fiat directly to Bitcoin. Okay, so he leverages everything that he has to basically get as much Bitcoin as possible, because that's an asset which he believes, and many other people, including me, I do believe that it will be crazy value in the future. The people say there's no top and stuff like this. The thing is, right, I don't really want to go into this fully in this video, but basically you need to understand that Bitcoin won't be fully mined until 2140. We're all going to be dead, let's be honest. Unless you're watching this video in like 2100, and obviously I'm dead, but I don't know how this video is still there. But if you do watch it, obviously 2140 is when Bitcoin will be fully mined. And this asset, we all do believe, or anybody that's in the Bitcoin space and that has studied Bitcoin, we all do believe the fact that it's just going to increase in value. But this is what this statement actually means, okay? That's the main thing that I was trying to get to here. The fact that if you do save in fiat currency, you basically are giving away your money. You will stay poor. No wealthy person ever just saves in fiat. Everybody invests. This is one thing, this is like advice, you can say, just regarding me. One thing, if I was younger and if I knew better, I would say to my younger self, invest earlier. That's what I would always say to people, because do not keep fiat in your bank accounts, because at the end of the day, that fiat value is just decreasing ridiculously in value, and everything, as we all know, cost of living, all this and that, just keeps going up. And do note that when you invest in assets, it's something that will always hopefully appreciate, and if it doesn't, you have control over it. Anyways, that's enough advice that I'm giving you, or I am giving to my past self, let's say that, lol. But yeah, if you do have any opinions, do comment down below. I'd like to listen and read to what you all think. But yeah, do subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and if you enjoyed this video, and if you like my top, because there is no second best, lol. But yeah, do subscribe to my channel, and thank you very much for watching. Lastly, let's not forget, together, let's break free from the shackles of modern slavery. So I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.